So when we talk about scalable projects, how do you save or how do you increase or impact the ROI of landlords?
So on large projects, that's a good question. So, and that's where it comes into play about the reputation of the company and the capabilities of the company. So if you've got good systems in place so that we can use mobile devices, we've got computer systems, CAFM systems, I don't want to get too technical, but computer aided facilities management systems. So if you've got, you might have 1,000 residents, you might have 500 apartments in a building. If you need to be able to administer all those areas, plus the common areas and everything all in one go, then of course you need a back of house infrastructure to do that. Yeah. So, if, just to give you an example, we receive kind of upwards of 30,000 calls per month for maintenance activities or events. So that's my light's gone out, my AC doesn't work. It might be that the lift is somehow out of function. It might be that the common areas are too hot, too cold. There's a whole variety of things, and being able to manage, imagine dealing with 30,000 calls per month, that's where your back of house really comes into play.
You get 30,000 calls per month?
Yes, yeah, minimum 30,000 calls per month.
And how do you still control quality? Because normally once you scale, quality becomes at risk. Many companies, many entities across different industries, when they scaled up, they lost control of the quality and the standards of their services.
Well, I think that's where it's certainly management, being able to scale up and having good quality management and good quality systems. So, I remember the days when, not at Emrill, but when I was much younger, and we literally had a notepad, and as the phone was, we would write down jobs that were coming in, and then we would pick the phone up and send. You can't do that when you're getting 30,000 calls. You have to have a good system in the background. We work with global service providers to make sure that's a state-of-the-art system.
So technology plays a big role in.
Well, it does, and it's taken an increasing role. So, for example, if we're looking after a series of buildings, what it means is that we don't necessarily have to have a permanent team on that site. So let's imagine, an electrician, for example. Yeah. He might not have to, sit in a room waiting for something to fail. He could be working in a local area. And then what happens is a call comes in, or an app thing comes in for a failure of a light or something. He then gets that through to his mobile device. He's able to, or the system prioritizes that job for him. He already knows that he's got the spares with him or in the stores or on his vehicle. And it just basically gives him a set of instructions of the problem, where the spares are or what spares he will need. It could even give you a list of tools that you need, and it's very...
So your system knows the location of every...
Knows the location of every vehicle, it knows what tools are on that vehicle, it knows what spares are on that vehicle. So if you make a phone call and you're here, somebody else makes a phone call and they're 45 minutes drive away, then it'll prioritize depending on where he is. He'll either come to you or come to them, or somebody else will get sent to them. So yeah, it prioritizes.